Hey guys, what's going on? Today, I'm going to make a New Year's Eve very rich, delicious dinner. I'm going to be making sous vide pork belly. So what I have here is a beautiful slab of some, I don't know, fancy pants, farm-raised pork. I forget what the name of the brand is, but got it from my favorite joint, Olympic Meats. Anyway, it does look a lot like bacon, right? Because it's, you know, typically what bacon's made from. I'm not going to smoke it or anything like that, but what I am going to do is sous vide cook it. I'm going to be doing this for approximately 14 hours just because of time constraints. What I'm going to do is sous vide it at 167 degrees for 14 hours in a dry rub that consists of brown sugar, paprika, tiny bit of allspice, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and salt. So before we get started, what you want to do is score the surface of the skin. Don't cut all the way through. What you want to do with the skin side is salt it up real nice. So you want to grab about a handful of salt and sprinkle it all over. Okay, be pretty generous with the salt on this particular side. Won't do much to the rest of the meat, so don't worry about that. But anyway, once you've salted that side, flip it over, okay? And just add some of the ingredients we got going on here. So, you know, add a little more salt, just a little bit, because, you know, we got plenty on the other side, and it'll soak through during the cooking. And some black pepper. Thanks to the subscribers and commenters who recommended I get a pepper mill. That was a very nice Christmas present from my wonderful wife, so thank you for that. So we're going to add the brown sugar next. Make sure you just cover that evenly all over. Okay. Don't need a whole lot, but this is basically going to be used for flavor and caramelization purposes once we do finally sear this stuff. Okay, we got that. Got a paprika for flavor and color. Alright, just a tiny bit of allspice. It's going to go pretty well with this particular recipe. Just a tiny little bit of that. And then to spice it up, gotta add some cayenne pepper. Nobody likes bland, boring stuff in this house, so we'll make it really nice and spicy. So while I clear all this crap out of the way, I'll show you how I put it in the vacuum bag. So hang on one sec. So there we go. Got a nice close-up here of the meat. Let's show you how it looks. Very pretty. Anyway, one little trick I've learned over the years when using messy stuff and trying to fit it into a sous vide vacuum bag. Just take the outer edge, fold it to the outside, okay? That way when you slide it in, there isn't a bunch of mung in your greaser. So anyway, without further ado, put this bad boy here in the bag. So it's going to be a perfect fit for the gallon-sized bag. Okay, so pork's in there. Pull the thing off. Okay, take this little clipper here, seal it up. Make sure it's sealed nice and tightly. Okay. And then we're going to vacuum seal this really nice and tight. Alright, doesn't that look beautiful? Looks like we are ready to rock. So my sous vide circulator, the Anova 1, I actually got an Anova 2 recently. I'll have a video soon with that feature in it. But anyway, got it up to 167 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we can do now, plop this in. I don't know. Yep, there we go. 167. The steam kind of messes it up. But anyway, there you have it. Also, one other quick tip. make sure you are pressing the belly down underneath the water level with something like a cookie rack or something like that. And also, since we're cooking at such a high temperature for a long period of time, I like to cover it up. Foil or saran wrap works great for keeping all the water vapor in, so you don't have to refill it, or you don't have to worry about your water level getting below where your meat is at. Okay, it's morning, as you can maybe tell from my voice. It's been about 14 or so hours. What you want to do now is grab a bucket of ice. That will basically, ice and water, that'll cover up the pork belly. So anyway, water's pretty hot, so I'm going to use tongs. Alright. So I'm going to dump that in there. Oops. Dump that in the ice water immediately. Bury it. Let it sit for a good half hour. Okay, so well done chilling. See how that rendered fat is kind of frozen up and become a little bit solid. But anyway, what we're going to want to do now is put this directly into another pan. And we're going to want to flatten this. How, you ask? With another pan with some freaking weight in it. I don't know how well this will work, but you know, as long as you have a nice flat cooking surface, it should be okay. So anyway, I'm going to just pop this in the fridge for the day, so probably about 10 hours or so. Alright, so our belly's been chilling in the fridge under weight for a while. That'll make it nice and square and flat on the bottom, which is perfect for cutting into squares, which I'm going to do here in a second. So here you can see it's out. It's got a lot of jelly, rendered fat. I'm going to go ahead and remove that from this here. I don't know, using a fork or spoon or something, but I'm just going to scrape it all off so it's nice and clean. At this point, you want to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. I'm going to whip up a little sauce to glaze it, and it should come out pretty yummy. I'm going to use Sriracha honey sauce. I'm going to use about probably about a third of a cup of the Sriracha, same portion of honey, a little bit of hoisin for some soy flavor and other stuff, and then I'm also going to add to that a little bit of Valencia Orange Peel for like an orangish tinge to it. I think it'll go really well with the pork. So anyway, what I'm going to do with these sauces is mix them up in a Ziploc bag, and then I'll show you what to do with that next. Okay, so we've mostly removed all the jelly, which you can see here. It's just rendered fat. At this point, what we're going to do now is put more cross-hatch marks in the skin. What we're going to do now is portion it up. I'm going to make some relatively small portion sizes, about an inch and a half or so cubed. Basically just going to cut it in half and then chop it up into various portion sizes. And you'll see in a little bit why we do that, but the more surface area with this meat, the better. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what it looks like inside here in one of the pieces. Gonna need a pretty sharp knife, but take a look at that. Beautiful, well cooked, well compacted pork belly that's going to brown up super nice in the oven here. So like I said, get your oven ready at 450 degrees and get your sauce ready, and we're going to toss these chunks in with the sauce. So when we put them in the oven, they'll be ready to cook. We're going to do about 10 minutes aside. I'm going to do one with the top side down, another one top side up. So all the ingredients are in the bag. You just mix it up, rub it around. It's one thing I like about tossing stuff in plastic bags. It makes it really easy to mix these things up, and then you get a nice even coat. Also, when you're done, when we want to use it for another coat, you just cut off a corner and squeeze the stuff out. So that's also another nice reason why I like using these. So anyway, we have our marinade, or whatever, glaze, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful, beautiful red with a little flecks of orange and such in there. It smells wonderful. But anyway, we're just going to put our pieces in and be careful with them. They are a little fragile, but we're going to put them all in and just kind of hand mix it up. And a little bit of extra jelly here, which I am not ready for. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. At this point, after we're done, we're going to take a foil-lined cookie sheet, whatever, baking pan, or baking tray, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to put them on there, and we're going to cook them for 10 minutes on one side, and then 10 minutes on the other. So, see here, seal it up, and just kind of lightly toss it around. You know, you don't want to be squeezing it or all of that, but you know, just get them coated. That's the important thing. To put these on the tray. So, first we're going to do skin side up. May be difficult because some of them are not balanced very well, but whatever, just lay them on the side, no big deal. Alright, so this is what it looks like after 10 minutes at 450. Might be pretty tender at this point, so be really careful when you're flipping it over. Just a heads up to that. But skin looks like it wants to stick and all that. But some of them want to tip over. All sorts of fun stuff going on here. But anyway, I think to finish this off, I'm actually going to do it for 15 minutes instead of 10 on the other side, just to get it nice and extra crispy. A little gummy right now. So anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Also, in addition to switching these around, I'm going to add a little more of this yummy marinade. Just drip it on. Doesn't really matter at this point. You got foil everywhere, so just cover it up. Alright, so actually like 13 minutes was good. This stuff is crackling and popping like you would not believe. It's coming out perfect, so cannot wait. Whoa! That was quite an explosion. Right all over my shirt. But anyway, here's what it looks like. Hopefully I don't splatter crap all over my lens. But anyway, it smells heavenly, looks delicious. I'm having mine with a egg and a rice pilaf. Alright, so here's the final product. Some delicious egg, some beautiful, beautiful pork belly. Got it with a fork if you want. A little bit of egg on there. A little bit of rice. It's a little more difficult than it looks. Anyway. Man. That's a winner. Absolutely fantastic. If you guys got any questions, just hit me up, like the video, leave a comment, do whatever the hell you feel like. And have a happy new year. It's been a great 2014. I'm going to keep making videos going forward. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And again, let's have a great 2015. Thanks.